everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disqualified. We are here to talk about NXT Battleground. Now, this belt is on the line. It is us three gentlemen here. So, the three men on your screen right now are me, consisting of your main roster predictions champion, two-time. That is Beltless Trevin. And this is our producer and our current NXT Predictions champion, and this belt is on the line tonight.
Hello.
So, fellas,
He's Zach, by the way.
Yes, he is Zach. I'm sorry, I forgot to name you.
I could be the nameless producer. It's fine.
No, we're gonna name. We've name dropped you before.
It's mysterious.
Yes, we also name drop everyone here on our other podcast, Throws of Chaos, our TTRPG podcast, linked in the bio of the channel and in the description down below.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we are here to talk about the 6 matches that comprise the Battleground card.
Yes. The opener match, one match cleared the quality of yesterday's Saturday night main event.
The opening match.
Yes.
Saturday night's main event was so disappointing, man.
Yes.
It was probably the worst thing I've ever watched.
If you want to watch a 41-minute rant of us talking about it, tune in to the video before this one.
It broke us.
It broke us. We literally had to figure out something that WWE is doing to redeem it, and we kind of couldn't, but we also kind of could. But
there is not a single redeeming quality of that show.
Nope.
There was one good match.
I think
yes. But this
5 overall.
This card was all bangers.
Yeah, this match card was all bangers. There was only 2 matches I really didn't care for at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And consequently, they also weren't the title matches. So
Yes. But our opener match is a title match. It is for the Women's North American Championship with your champion, Sol Ruka, with Zarya on ringside versus Kalani Jordan.
yeah, and this match was a banger.
It revitalized my hope in this company.
It really did.
Yeah, these 2 ladies are like wrestling soulmates. They work so well in the ring together. Their chemistry is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many high spots there. I can't get over the finisher, the finish this match.
No, yeah. Sol, during some of the matches, however, seemed to be trying to borrow her partner Zarya's moves to some success. She failed on borrowing the F5, but succeeded on borrowing the spear.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't hit a single soul snatcher.
Until
the end. And
Yeah.
Zach, do you want to describe the soul snatch at the end?
Fantastic. Evangelical.
Yeah, so
She flew.
yeah, so she went from the corner
yes,
to the middle.
Yes, if for us theater heads out here, if you're looking at hard cam, it's the stage right corner, front stage right corner, to center of the ring. And I'm like, since when do you go that far for a soul snatcher?
Yeah,
Just a front flip in general. How do
that
you move that far backwards and cut?
it
Holy.
it was insane, and the fact that she does this in bands makes it even more impressive in my eyes. Yeah. So, Sol Ruka wins. She retains. Zarya did get thrown out of the match.
Yes, she did get a you out of here.
It was a good save though.
Yes.
So we all get a point because we all selected Sol Ruka.
Yep.
And now, what are we rating this match, fellas?
4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
A 0.5 specifically just for the Soul Snatcher at the end.
It was so good.
It was so good. It wasn't a completely perfect match. There were, yes, like this match, like this entire card, no match was perfect. Like no match was like, when I think back on it, it's an obvious 5-star, but it's like, mate, this entire card
Cooked.
It's like, you look at this card happening the day after Saturday Night Main Event, and you're like, where was the disconnect?
Yeah, well, what happened?
What happened? And the answer is Shawn Michaels is just a better booker.
Yep. And now we move into one of 2 non-title matches. And it is our 6-man tag match with the Culling, represented by Shawn Spears, Nico Vance, and Brooks Jensen, taking on Josh Briggs and your NXT Tag Champions, Honk and Tonk, a.k.a. Hank and Tank. Man, they killed it.
Yes.
It was a good match. I will give it that. It was a very great match. Also, shock surprise return at the end.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So these 6 men just go at each other, pulling everything out of their bag. Briggs is, of course, the powerhouse of the team, with Hank and Tank being some of the go for big moves, while Briggs damages the frick out of the other team with moves such as big boots from out of nowhere, a clothesline from hell, which flipped a man.
Oh, yeah.
Completely 360.
Yep.
Also, Brooks Jensen, what the fuck were you wearing, my guy? Looking like a mix of Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah,
Not a good look.
Yeah,
Not
no,
a good
I was
look.
like, did you forget to pack a knee pad?
And
Yeah.
his knee pad wasn't even on his knee. It was on the front of his shin.
Yeah.
It was like a shin guard from soccer.
It was a
Yeah.
weird look.
Yeah, but, all 6 people are pulling out of their bag, and all 6 men are exhausted. But the Culling, having someone on ringside, is like, we got a wild card, we got an advantage. And Shawn says to Izzy, go grab my signature chair. Izzy does, of course, but she gets stopped in her tracks, because something or someone is holding onto the chair. And it's none other than he's back officially! Yoshiki Inumura!
My boy.
Oh, he's back. I'm so happy. I am so happy.
I cannot wait to see
Yep.
him launch off the top
Hank,
of the turnbuckle.
Hank and Tank win. Culling goes for the brawl, which is where the chair spot happened. But Yoshiki stops the chair spot and just clears house. And apparently, while he had to go back to Japan for a little bit, he decided to get toned the F out. Because holy,
Bro's built like a bodybuilder now.
He was gone for like
a week.
a week or 2.
Yes.
Like, how did you get that toned that quick?
He had an anime time skip.
Yeah?
That's the only explanation. He's running on anime physics.
Yep. He's training like Goku.
Yeah, and
He still has his hair, otherwise it'd be One Punch Man.
Yes. But, yes, Josh Briggs and Inuyamura, of course, embrace each other, being like, hey, good to see you again. And this obviously adds another team to the circuit, but as we mentioned in the predictions video also, Hank and Tank currently are claimed by Dark State as they were the last people to pin them.
Yeah.
well, that's what we think. That's not in kayfabe. We don't know
Yes.
what the plan is for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of us get a point for that match because we all chose Hank and Tank and Josh
Yeah.
Briggs.
The calling looked strong, but they did not need this win.
No, they don't need this one.
Yeah.
And what are we rating this match, fellas?
Solid 4.
I say solid 4 because of Inuyamura's return.
3.75.
Not the extra 0.25 for Inuyamura.
No, it's just some of the action in ring for me was kind of lacking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
It was good.
there were the high spots, but there were also some drags.
Yeah. there was some-
That usually happens with 6-man non-tornado tags.
We did see Shawn Spears break out a suicide dive, so that was pretty cool.
Almost directly into the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm. But we move on to.
Some family business.
The family.
Do you want to announce this one?
Nah, it's just the family.
All right, so it's Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
It was a match.
Could have used a stipulation.
Yes. But the story of this match was just beat the snot out of each other. Like, while nothing illegal happened in terms of match rules. They pulled everything out of their bag to try to beat the snot out of each other.
Mhm.
There were suicide dives, there were big boos, there were drop kicks, there were uppercuts, there were right hooks. They pulled everything out of the bag and then some.
Yeah. And in the end, we see Stacks going for the crowbar.
But it's missing for some reason.
And, Tony thinks ahead of him. He moved the crowbar. He got out of there.
Mhm.
And who jumps the barricade?
None other than who we thought was dead, Luca.
Yeah, Luca Crucifino pops back up.
I guess he wasn't iced.
And in the background, we see Stacks hit a low blow on Tony
Yep.
and hit the, what's his finisher, cement shoes?
Yep.
For the 1, 2, 3. And Trevin gets the point.
Yep.
This guy over here.
I know my storytelling.
But also, the high spot of the match for me was Stacks going for a rolling senton on the apron
Mm.
and Tony moving out the way and his spine just completely eating the
ring post.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That looked so brutal.
He's
Like
like
the-
physical therapy after
Yes.
that one.
Like while this was
Not
not
chiropractors.
Yeah. While this was not stipulation, they treated it like we are going to break bones to prove a point.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Yep.
Yes.
And what are we rating this match, fellas?
3.5. It was alright.
I'd give it a 3.5 too. Like, while it was unstipulation, as we keep mentioning, it should have been a street fight. Maybe this feud ends with that street fight we've been asking for. Because I feel like,
Extreme Rules.
yeah, I feel like this ain't it. But I feel like a lot of spots were a car crash I couldn't look away from.
3.5 for me as well. So
Yeah.
it's just a match.
Yeah.
It was here, should have had a stipulation.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Wasn't
It
bad.
wasn't a
Wasn't
match because of
fantastic.
it.
No, yeah. And now time for your block of championship matches with ladies first. Your women's NXT championship match with your champion Stephanie Vaquer La Primera versus the juggernaut Jordan Grace.
Yes, sir.
What a fucking match.
It's one word. Peak.
Yes.
Peak.
Literally all the next 3 matches all had their reasonings to be in the main event slot, and they earned those reasonings. Like, holy, each one of these matches cooked, and for basically the bottom half of this show, you could not keep your eyes off the screen.
Match of the night.
Match of the night, for sure.
Match of the night for me.
Yes.
It was back and forth. At the end, we see Jordan go through the barricade. Well, first, we see the Devil's Kiss try to get used, and then countered. Jordan Grace rolls out the ring,
Like
Yep.
alligator.
getting Stephanie Vaquer in the electric chair position,
And
dropping her on the table in front of Booker, and then turning and looking at Booker like this.
Resting on the table.
yep.
Which would have been a great spot for like some kind of stomp kick from a dead Vaquer, but
Yes.
Oh no, she was
No.
dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was towards the beginning.
Lit-
And then we see Grace go through the barricade, and for the SVB, 1, 2, kick out. Oh, what?
And then a solid minute of them trying to regain advantage, but Vaquer able to gain the advantage for the spinal tap.
Yep, spinal tap. 1, 2,
The
3.
first time she's gotten the pinfall with that move in a while.
Yep, because she only breaks it out when she needs to.
Mm-hmm.
And she retains. All of us get a point for this match.
Trevin's still in the lead by 1.
Yep. And in the background, we see that the reason why I predicted Vaquer is coming true, as she was seen arguing with AAA stars right before the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And To be fair, they're not setting up the match officially yet because their first opponent before they make that official is the person who recently smacked her in this same segment.
JC Jane.
JC Jane.
Yeah, so
Smack some color.
current standings are 3-3-4.
Yep.
And what are we rating this match?
5.
5. Yeah.
I could
5.
have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that could have been a 3-2-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Oh my God, it was perfect. Like it was a perfect match.
That's all I can say. Peak.
Literally, the exhaustion you saw on both their faces at the end was just. They showed up.
Jordan Grace lost an eyelash.
Yep.
Yep.
And now, time for the men's side of this belt classification. The men's NXT Championship. You have your champion, the ruler, Oba Femi Hoo, versus representing NQCC, Miles Bourne, Baby Randy.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh man, this match. I wasn't that interested in it.
Sleeper of a match.
Sleeper of a match.
Pretty
This
deep.
match cooked. This is probably second best match of the night.
It's my men's night match of the night.
Dude, they pulled out everything.
Yep. Yeah.
They're
Miles
monsters.
hitting, I think it was a total either 5 or 6 drop kicks. One of those drop kicks was to counter a fall from grace attempt, which is just like the split second timing you need for that is insane.
Oh,
Yeah. And then the first fall from grace. 1, 2, kick out.
And we were all like, ain't no way they're doing it.
There's no way.
8-2 more.
Yep. Miles is able to pull off the Viper Power Slam, and the crowd starts chanting, "Hey, pull out an RKO."
Yeah, and right when we all think he's going to, he just gets murdered.
Yep.
What was it? A choke slam into 2?
Choke slam into 2 fall. It was a choke slam into a fall from grace, into another fall from grace for good measure, because he's like, you kicked out of 1. I'm making sure you don't kick out this time.
Back to back.
1,
2, 3.
for Oba Femi.
Yep, and Oba.
4 for 5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oba claims the title back, walks off, but looks back and gives his respect to Miles with exhaustion across his face. He's like, you are going places, because holy.
That is going to be a wonderful rivalry.
Yes, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening.
For the first time in WWE history, for the TNA World Championship.
With the owner in the audience.
Yes.
It is Trick Williams versus your TNA champion, Joe Hendry. And also, for those keeping score, like Zach said, it is 4-5. All of us got a point for that.
5.
Yep.
And coming into this match, we've got 2 votes for Trick, 1 vote
Yep.
for Joe.
And it comes down to this. If Trevin gets this point,
If Joe wins,
we
I
see a new champion.
clean sweep and take this.
No longer
If-
beltless Trevin.
Yep. If Trick wins it, Zach retains because of tiebreakers being the champion advantage.
Yep. And this match,
Pretty alright.
it was a great closer. What a ending.
Edge of the seat match. Edge of the
So,
seat.
the beginning of the match sees Trick Williams get on the turnbuckle, taunt the crowd, and I said out loud, I hate baby faces because Joe,
Just attack him.
attack him.
His back is turned.
His
and
back
the
is
match
turned.
has started.
Yeah, the bell has run. You have every right to knock him.
Yeah. And, the match goes through its paces. We see a lot of high spots. We see Joe Hendry immediately do his stage dive.
Mhm.
And another high spot, we see the stairs get brought into play.
Mm-hmm.
Joe gets thrown into the stairs, and it looks like he might have tweaked his shoulder. I thought it was his right, but it looks like it's his left because his left was kind of like just like this the rest of the match.
Trick showing off how he's been training with Booker T also in a lot of spots.
Yep, hitting the Booker T axe kick, hitting the spinneroonie, hitting the bookend. The spinneroonie,
Just
spinneroonie.
Move after move.
By the way, not one of the best, not one of the worst, but not one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Gets countered into a rock bottom.
Yep.
He's still practicing.
Yep.
We see the standing ovation. 1, 2, foot on the rope.
Yep.
Rope break. Yep.
Yep. Causing the rope break and Trick. And then we get some more offense. Trick hits the trick shot for the 1-2 kick out. And Trick's like, that's all both of us have in our bag. Like, basically, it's now a point of who gets exhausted first. And he's like,
You know what? I'm going to put you through a table.
Yep. Lucky
Yep.
finisher.
He puts him through the table. Or no.
No.
He put him through the table, then
Yeah.
with the trick shot. So he goes and grabs the title.
Yep. He goes and grabs the TNA
He's
title.
going to pull a Cena.
Yep, ref sees it and is like, you can't do that, you can't do that. Ref is able to grab the belt, and Joe goes for a roll-up.
1,
Two kick out. Yep, ref had to drop the title to make the count, and match continues because Trick kicks out. And
this ending sequence, it goes. Joe Hendry goes for the standing ovation. Trick Williams gouges out the eye.
Yep.
And then we get a flapjack onto the title.
Yep. And the
then
ref
a trick shot.
Yep, the ref can't call for the DQ
Because
because
it's incidental. It's just there.
he left the belt there.
Like, I can't disqualify him because it's there.
What is the ref going to do? Disqualify himself for out assisting?
Yep.
So,
And Trick goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3.
And we have a new TNA champion. What the fuck?
TNA has entered its whoop that era.
Is he getting called up to TNA? Is he getting stolen like they tried to steal Joe Hendry?
You predicted this and you don't know where we go from here.
I didn't think they were gonna do it. Look, some of these things, I'm confident. I'm like, you know what? I think it could happen. I think it could. Not necessarily that I think they're going to. I think it could happen.
No, I knew they were going to.
What the fuck is going on in TNA? TNA has slowly become WWE's bitch. Their 2 top talents, excluding Josh Alexander, got poached by WWE. One is actively getting poached.
And now their world champion is a contracted WWE superstar.
If this does not end in them getting bought by WWE, this is the worst thing that I've ever seen a company do.
As we've announced the winner, for those keeping track of scores, it is now a 3-way tie. And as we mentioned, even with the main roster title, and we're not changing the rules for this one, the cameraman, Zachary Honore, retains the NXT Predictions Championship.
I'm just better.
And look at that, you're still beltless.
Still beltless Trevin.
And in 2 weeks, I have a chance to not become beltless 2 times in 1 day.
I'm getting this one back. That's all I'm saying.
You're not getting this one back.
I'm at least keeping this one because I always
And
have the next
while they have released the information that main roster stars are going to be on the Worlds Collide card, we are still treating it as an NXT predictions, as they originally advertised it as NXT versus AAA.
Yeah, and the match, what are we rating this match?
4.
The ending just makes it a 4.
I'm going 4.5. The ending is a shocker and I love it, but I also don't know where we're going from it, so
4 because I knew it was going to happen.
Yes, the action was good and the ending adds shock value.
That
Yes.
is the WWE NXT Battleground card reactions. Man, it was. Oh, what a show!
How was this the day after that trash show of a Saturday night main event?
It just shows
NXT
that
is better in general.
developmental is dog walking main roster in consistency and shows and in match quality too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that has been it from us here at Disqualified. He lives to see another day as champion.
Yep.
Mhm.
My championship is on defense in 2 weeks at
Yep.
Money in the Bank.
Same with this belt, don't forget.
Yep, at Worlds Collide.
It'll be 3 defenses.
It will also be on. Mine will actually be on the line 2 nights in a row
Mhm.
for its Evolution and
No, it's a Saturday night main event.
Before.
Yeah.
I thought it was happening with what is it? Night of Champions.
Yes.
You're not that unlucky.
No. Yeah, it goes Night of Champions, the next Night of Champions, a weekend off, and then Saturday night main event on a Saturday, and then Evolution on a Sunday.
And we'll see.
I
you
don't
there.
think we're gonna react to Saturday night's main event.
Nah.
Never said to my statement.
That might be the first episode of a retro review that we're looking at doing because we're gonna iron out details.
Yes.
But-
we shall see.
That's all we're leaving you with for now.
Yeah.
But this has been Caleb, your main roster prediction champion. That's Zach, your current retaining NXT champion and our producer. And this is my lovely co-host, Beltless Trevin. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell 3 times so you know the match is over. And we will see you next time. Thank you for your time and peace.
Bye! I gotta hit the button.